Cocaine is in the building.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Draft Junkies. I'm Justin Tribble alongside Jordan Richardson, and we're going to have a little fun this episode. We are going to do a complete 32-team NFL mock draft. We're going to put on the pants of the real GMs, and we're going to make the selections all across. We're going to alternate picks, and we're just going to tell you why we would take that person, and we're just going to have a little fun with it. So I hope y'all enjoy.
Let it go.
I'm taking the number one pick. So, Arizona Cardinals, number one pick, Nick Bosa. I think we all seen it coming. It's not a surprise.
Easiest pick in the draft.
All the rumors of Kyler Murray, all that, put it to rest. Nick Bosa, edge, they need a guy like this coming off the edge. They need to build that defense back up. That's what they're good at. Cliff Kingsbury is going to build an offense. He's going to have a number of things happen for that team. So build the defense. I feel like that's what they're going to do. They're going to take the first step with Nick Bosa.
Him paired with Chandler Jones is going to be nasty.
I love it.
All right, number 2, I've got San Francisco. So I'm going to take the second best player in the draft, in my opinion. Although they went D-line the whole time, I'm going to do it again and go with Quinnen Williams from Alabama. There's some people, not you and me, that think Quinnen Williams could be the number 1 pick. And I
like Quinnen Williams.
I like him, but he's not Nick Bosa.
No, not Nick Bosa.
And I just don't think the Solomon Thomas and what's the other D tackle that they took? Is it Eric Armstead? Yeah, Eric Armstead.
Eric Armstead.
Those two guys, they're just, they're not really living up to the billing. And Quinnen Williams is the real deal.
Quinnen Williams is the real
Really,
deal.
I honestly think San Francisco would probably like to trade down a little bit.
I would. You want more assets, right?
Yeah. So
yeah, that's a big deal.
That's number 2, Quinnen Williams.
Number 3 pick. It's the Jets. It's not what I want them to do, but if I'm in their situation, he's on the board. I'm picking the hungriest player in the draft. Josh Allen, Kentucky. Give me someone off the edge. I don't know if they've had someone off the edge in, forever. I just don't remember the last one they had. So give me Josh Allen, someone who's going to go make plays in and time out. Give me someone. Build the D up again. I think their defense got a ton better. Yeah. They looked like the first couple games last season. I was like, they're getting there. They're getting there. So Gang Green, Josh Allen, Kentucky.
Okay, number 4, Oakland Raiders. They need a lot of stuff. They got a lot of holes. They need pass rushers in all shapes and sizes. For me, I'm going Ed Oliver.
Really?
I'm going Ed Oliver. I think I think the athletic traits. There's some guys saying he can play middle linebacker at 280 pounds. I mean, he's going to get after the quarterback, and I think he has the potential. He's not Aaron Donald.
No.
But people want Aaron Donald, and he's going to be damn close to that kind of guy. And I think Gruden's going to fall in love, and I think they've got 3 picks, so I think edge rusher's going to be there. Yeah. So I'm going to take Ed Oliver.
Okay. Number 5, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I've read a ton of rumors. Kwan Alexander, he's been hurt the last 2 seasons. They've talked about trading him time and time again. I think his time's finally done. I do. And who better to replace him with than Devin White? Linebacker, LSU. I'm not letting this guy get out of the top 5. I'm not letting him. I've seen mocks where this guy's going at 25. It's not happening. This guy is too good. And all the experiments that Tampa Bay tried to work out this year at defensive line, Vinny Curry, all these guys, they didn't work. It's not going to work. You need linebackers that are come downhill to make plays. Devin White fills that role for them. And with their head coach, I mean, who could you ask for better to, lead that charge? So, Devin White to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I think that's a prime trade down spot.
Oh, yeah.
Big time. Because I think
that's where the quarter.
I think people are going to want to get ahead of the
If they want to be a part of this they want to be a part of this
Just poo-poo
quarterback class.
whatever.
But yeah, I get you that perfectly.
Well, number 6, the Giants. You got to replace Eli.
It's time.
Now, granted, I'm not going to have these guys anywhere near my top 25 probably, but they need a quarterback. Yeah. And I think number 1
You
on
can
my
be this high
list,
again.
yeah,
I said that last year too.
you got to go Dwayne Haskins. And like I've said, these quarterbacks going to have to sit. They're going to have to sit behind somebody for a while. And they say Eli Manning's their guy next year, so let him be. You get your quarterback to pair with OBJ and Barkley. You just keep improving that offensive line. You let Haskins sit, and he's got the tools. He's got the tools, and there's weapons there. So he has a chance. So Dwayne Haskins at 6.
Okay. Number 7, Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm going to say it. This is the team that promised Kyler Murray they were going to.
He did it.
This is the team that promised Kyler Murray. They have absolutely nothing to lose by drafting a kid like Kyler Murray. They have Blake Bortles at quarterback. They don't have a backup quarterback worth a flip. I mean, they have a good defense. We talked about guys managing and winning games. They have a good defense. If Fournette gets his head out of his butt, he's a good running back. Like, they have a team that Kyler Murray can manage to get wins. I believe this is the team that promised him this. Jacksonville Jaguars, number 7, select Kyler Murray. That's what I think will happen.
Nice. Number 8, Detroit Lions. Like a lot of teams, they got to get a pass rusher. So I'm going to take Cleveland. We did this last week.
Yeah. Whatever you want to call him.
Mr. Farrell.
Mr. Farrell.
I think he's the guy. I think he's got a good enough pass rush, and I think Matt Patricia falls in love with a guy like this that, you know, is going to give it all. He's going to play the run just as equal as he's going to play the pass. And
it's an easy pick.
Yeah, I think that's your guy.
Buffalo. Number 9, the Buffalo Bills. They need an offensive tackle, man. Someone's got to protect Josh Allen. Someone has got to protect him. It's going to be Jonah Williams from Alabama. Yep. I really believe so.
If he falls that way,
whether he plays left tackle, right tackle, ends up playing guard, they need him. Yep. They need a guy like that. They need someone hungry, and I think that he's the guy. Yeah. So Williams.
And it's probably too high for a skilled position, although they need it. But you made the investment in Josh Allen. Like you said, you got to protect him. So that's good. Now here, Denver Broncos, number 10. This whole time, and I'm going to stick with it, I've thought this is the spot for Drew Lock. I think he's got that arrogance that John Elway's going to love. Now, I know they just traded for Joe Flacco, but they still have to get a franchise quarterback. Joe Flacco's, you know, he'll be a good mentor, but I still think they've got to get a young quarterback. They just can't continue to sit still.
Their whole team is young, I feel like. Yeah. Like, why would you? You got to bring someone in.
I think it's hard for John Elway's ego to allow a full rebuild. Yeah. Which is probably what they need, especially in that division, because you're just going to be playing catch up to Kansas City and the Chargers.
Traded Marius Thomas. You're talking about trading Emmanuel Sanders. Like,
it's time. So you get a quarterback, and I really think, you know, there was a lot of reports that he's been to a lot of Mizzou games, a lot of scouts there. I think he's still going to be their guy, you know. So I'm going to stick with it. Denver Broncos, Drew Lock.
All right, the Cincinnati Bengals. I wasn't sure to start this one, but I'm going to go with Andre Dillard. I think, once again, we're a little high to be talking about offensive tackles and stuff. No. But again, you find a guy like that, and Dillard impressed some people.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't have him in my top 5,
Yeah.
like when I talked about, and then I watched the Senior Bowl, and I'm like, okay, I missed
Yeah.
something. Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking
Yeah.
about a guy enough. So, for me, I think Dillard does enough for this team to make. There are a ton of people I think they could pick 11, but Andre Dillard is the pick for me for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Well, number 12, the Green Bay Packers. I will gladly put on the GM hat for that team.
He's a go Pack go guy.
Go Pack go. But I'm going to go Brian Burns. I think they need pass rushers big time. Clay Matthews is gone. Nick Perry's not it. And you get a guy like Brian Burns that can come in. Like I said, I don't care if the guy can't play first down. Give him a couple of years to put on good NFL weight, but he can get after the quarterback. And that is absolutely 100% the biggest need on this team. They just need someone to get after the quarterback. And I think he's the best guy available. So, Brian Burns, number 12.
All right. Green Bay, look at you. Number 13, the Miami Dolphins. I bet I can name 15 guys that I can see the Dolphins taking right here. I really believe that. Like, there's so many holes to fill, but they're getting a redo. They're getting a reset. Flores is coming in here with this defense, but they might not have a quarterback. So, do I believe that Flores is going to pick a defensive guy right here? Is the GM going to? I don't. You know what? This is it. This is the spot for him. Number 13, Miami Dolphins. Daniel Jones getting his opportunity with this team. He's going to get some young, athletic wide receivers. They've got a young running back. I mean, this is the spot for game managing. Once again, as he evolves and develops, this is the situation you want a quarterback like that in.
Nope.
Daniel Jones, 13, Miami Dolphins.
Who better to replace Ryan Tannehill with than Ryan Tannehill?
Hey, he's healthy. He's healthy.
Yeah,
he's healthy.
You can give him that. All right, number 14, the Atlanta Falcons. This normally would be a good spot that we would probably go Jeffrey Simmons.
We got to bring that up.
So, yeah.
This guy was top 20 pick easy.
The top 10 talent.
Top 10 talent.
Top 20 pick easy. Yeah.
Tore his ACL doing routine workouts. I hate to see that for anybody.
No.
I mean, whether I hated Kyler Murray or not, I don't want nobody tearing their ACL. I want to see talent evolve. I want to see it get better. So it sucks for Jeffrey Simmons, but I think that this guy's still going to be second-round talent.
Oh, yeah.
I think that it's going to be...
It wouldn't surprise me to see someone down at the bottom, like a Patriots, just take full advantage of this guy's misfortune and, pick him. But this 14 would be the kind of spot that you see him mocked in a lot anyway. But I think this would kind of be the spot for Simmons. So,
all right. So Jeffrey Simmons, get well, buddy.
And so 14, I'm not a huge fan of the guy.
Okay.
But I could see a team like Atlanta picking him. But Rashad Gary, I think
I can see that.
They need a D tackle. They need some pressure up the middle.
They just got to hope.
I don't see it with Gary. I think he's more athlete. He's the more athlete, but you get in that Dan Quinn, that old Seattle defense, and you get a guy like that's an athlete, and I think they could probably make something of him. So I'm going to go Rashad Gary from Michigan.
All right. So, number 15, the Washington Redskins are on the clock. I got a lot to talk about. I personally don't believe that Alex Smith is ever going to play football again. Is that reasonable to believe that?
Oh, yeah, for sure. That was nasty.
But
that was nasty.
It was nasty. But, again, you find a team that has so many holes to fill. The Redskins competed last year.
Oh, yeah.
Like, for a long time. And it was like, okay, what is this team missing? And as it got further into the season, the defense just started to break down little by little. They didn't have that guy that was coming to get it. They're going to get him. Jachachi, am I saying it? What is it? How y'all say this? Ja'Kai Polite. He is going to be the guy for the Redskins who comes and gets it play after play after play. I think that he's the type of piece they need to I'm not ever going to say compete because I don't believe the Redskins are going to compete for a long time. But the quarterback thing, for me, I don't think the Redskins are going to be very good, and I think they know it. So your quarterback should be next year. A whole nother conversation, but it should be next year.
Yeah.
So, Ja'Kai Polite, welcome to the Washington Redskins.
All right. Number 16, Carolina Panthers. Julius Peppers is retiring. So, I really think they go after a pass rusher. I'm going to go Montez Sweat.
Montez
From
Sweat.
Mississippi State.
I like that.
He's a little... They play that 4-3, and I think he will be better with his hand in the dirt. You know, he's strong. He's going to be athletic. He doesn't have the bend that I normally like from a pass rusher, but I could see him, and they got to replace Julius Peppers, even if it's situationally. So that's what I'm gonna go with.
Okay.
Sweat.
So we're looking at
Brownies.
the Brownies, the Cleveland Browns. You know what? Freddie Kitchens. He got a lot of weapons.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put another weapon on that offensive side of the ball in the first round. I'm going to go build off the interior defensive line. Christian Wilkins from Clemson. Put him in that slot. Put him in there, around Myles Garrett. Just let them see who they sign.
Yeah, they got a lot of money
They got
spent,
a
too.
lot. Yeah, build that line up, man.
Yep.
Christian Wilkins in the middle of it. I love it. The disruptor. You want a guy that's going to come in and make a play on third down? Boom. Shove him in there.
Yep.
I feel like the Alabama, he was all over the place. So, Christian Wilkins, Brownies, hit it up.
All right. Number 18, Minnesota. I guess.
Unbiased.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Got to put my Viking hat on.
Unbiased.
Put my horns on. They need offensive line help bad. And I'm going to get Dalton Reisner from Kansas State. It's kind of between him and Cody Ford for me, but I think they get that right tackle. I think Reisner can play right tackle.
Yeah.
And I think he's got a nasty streak. He could be good. I think the Vikings are going to focus more on running the ball this year. And I think they need to because I don't think Kirk Cousins is it. So you got Dalvin Cook, you got Latavius Murray. You're going to want to run the ball, and I think you can get behind Reisner on that right side. And he can play guard. I think you could easily slide into right guard. They just need offensive linemen. Wherever they're coming from, they need it. So, Reisner.
They could have used him, a guy like Reisner, late in the season.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, everything to them.
Yeah. There's a lot of talent on that team, but they need some offensive line.
All right. Up next,
Tennessee.
the Tennessee Titans. I will always respect the Tennessee Titans tight ends. I feel like they're the prime targets. Delaney Walker, you're a stud. A stud. But it's time to replace you. So who do you go get? T.J. Hawkinson.
Oh, man.
Ow! Go. I know you want your pack
Oh,
to get
yeah.
him.
That hurts.
I know you want your pack
hurts.
to get him. But T.J. Hawkinson opens up so many options for Mariota. Even if Delaney plays this year.
Oh, yeah.
You're talking Delaney and Hawkinson. You can make plays designed for that. This is a no-brainer for me. You get you a guy that helps you long-term. I think that Corey Davis is coming along out there. I didn't think he would.
Yeah.
But I think he is coming along out there. I think they have kind of complementary guys. T.J. Hawkinson is a guy that plugs into their offense.
Yeah.
If Mariota stays healthy and they're able to throw the football around, T.J. Hawkinson to the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah. As much as I want him to go to the Packers, he's going to go higher.
Yes.
There's not a lot of tight ends that come into the league that can block like that.
No.
Like, he's a weapon, but he blocks.
Yeah.
A rookie tight end that comes in and blocks, that's as rare as rocking horse shit. It's big. So, I like it. All right, number 20, Pittsburgh Steelers. I really don't know how I've forgotten this guy because I think he can play. But Greedy Williams, LSU. They need a cornerback.
Honestly, I thought Atlanta. That's kind of where I got it, but yeah.
But Greedy Williams, I really think he would be. He's got holes. You know, he's not a perfect prospect, but he's a little bit in that Richard Sherman role that everybody wants, that tall, slender guy. But he can play. And Pittsburgh needs it. They need another guy on the side of Joe Hayden.
Yeah.
So Steelers.
Before we go on, I think like where we've been so far from 1 to 20 now, I think that the combine is going to tell so much of a story for 18 of those 20 guys.
Yep.
Like, I really feel like the combine is just going to separate some of these guys. The tackles we've talked about, like the defensive tackles we've talked about, I just feel like that there's so much the combine's going to do. I cannot wait for that to come because we're going to be sitting here doing this again, and that top 20 is going to be so shifted. I promise. And it's neat to see. In my opinion, I love to think about it. I think it's going to be awesome. So, moving back into the draft, number 21, Seattle. You took Greedy from me. I think that. But you know what? They're losing another playmaker this year. They lost him all. Actually, they lost him in the season because he wanted to be a Cowboy so bad he couldn't see straight. Why anybody would want to be a Cowboy? They lost him. So, anyway, I'm talking about the safety. All right, they got the safety position opening up. Deontay Thompson. I'm not a fan. You're not a fan. But that's the type of guy that Pete Carroll looks for. Like, they think that when you go to the Legion of Boom, you can, kind of create your own. So, I think Deontay Thompson from Alabama, I think that in the NFL, if he's anything, it's going to be a thumper. I think that if he comes down and tackles, that's what I'm kind of. If he comes down and tackles, he can be a thumper. Yep. I don't think he's going to cover guys well. I think he's going to get lost a lot. But I think Deontay Thompson, Seattle Seahawks, makes too much sense.
All right, number 22, Baltimore Ravens.
I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this pick. I want to know what you say here. Because if it's what I'm reading from everybody else, I don't know.
You don't say it?
You say it.
My mind?
Say it.
All right, this is who I'm picking.
Okay.
You have Lamar Jackson. He needs weapons. He's not the most accurate quarterback out there. He throws a nice deep pass, but he's not accurate. On a guy like that, you're going to have to get a playmaker, that's big, who can get those contested catches, who has a wide catch radius. And I'm going to go with DK Metcalf.
Okay.
He's not my number one guy, but I don't know if you've seen that picture.
I started to say, are we bringing this up?
It looks like a Ninja Turtle.
Bro.
He's built. That don't look like a receiver.
Is that Photoshop?
I don't know, but
I gotta call somebody.
Yeah,
we gotta figure that out.
That's scary. I hated to be the guy standing next to him.
If that's not photoshopped, he's going to be a defensive end when it comes to combine.
Yeah, because
if he's catching footballs, I'm leaving.
You don't see guys built like that. But that's kind of who I'm thinking is you need a big body guy, wide catch radius.
Yeah. For
a guy like Lamar Jackson, who's not always going to put the ball pinpoint. So DK Metcalf, 22.
All right, the Houston Texans. Deshaun Watson, man. He's a hell of a football player. He runs around a lot. He likes to move. But I think he runs around a lot because that offensive line is not built to protect him.
He has to.
Yeah, he has to. So they're going to get some help. Offensive tackle, Greg Little from Ole Miss is going to step in there and he is going to protect Deshaun Watson. Is he a day one starter? I want to say yes. I see things that I say yes, and then I see other things, and I'm like, this guy's got time. Like
Potential's there.
potential's there, yeah. I think Greg Little is going to be the future, though, of that offensive line. I think it's going to start with him, and it starts this offseason, this move right here. And Deshaun Watson is going to appreciate that moving forward. So, Greg Little, Ole Miss.
Okay. Oakland Raiders at 24. Al Davis loves speed. He did. He loves speed. And as homage to him, I think John Gruden, they need playmakers there. I'm thinking Hollywood Brown, 24 to the Raiders. They need playmakers.
I like that.
They need playmakers. And this guy, I mean, he's only 170 pounds soaking wet. But speed like that, you don't teach that. He's going to run away from some guys. And like I've said many times, in that division, you got to score some points.
Yeah.
It's going to take a lot to keep up with the Tyreek Hills and the, Keenan Allens. You're going to have to score points in that league, in that division. And I think once he comes out there and runs that 4-3 flat,
he's going
4-2-9, I think then he could very easily go faster. You know, John Ross went 9, and he, so Hollywood, I can see it, man.
Again, mentioned in the comment, I think that Hollywood Brown is a guy who's going to march right up the board, and guys are going to be like, okay, he's running this fast. Can he be the next Tyreek Hill? And people are going to want that. So
this is a fast league, and he's going to fit in.
Gonna move up.
Deshaun Jackson 2.0.
Yep, here we go.
So all right, there you go.
Number 25, Super Bowl 52 champions, not letting it go, ever. The Philadelphia Eagles select. You ready to drop dead?
I'm ready. It's your team. You do with what you want.
Josh Jacobs, Alabama.
What?
I don't like it. I don't at all. But I think Howie Roseman loves this guy. I have read multiple reports that Howie attended multiple Alabama games this year. They hired the running backs coach from Alabama. I mean, it scares the crap out of me.
He's legit, though, man.
I think I'm turning more red in the screen as I'm talking about it. Like,
he's legit, though. It's a weak running back class, but that guy's built for today's NFL.
Josh Jacobs is the guy that I think Howie Roseman believes in to play running back for the Philadelphia Eagles moving forward.
Nice. I dig it. I like it. All right. Number 26, Indianapolis Colts. They're a team on the up and up, and they got a lot of money to spend on free agency, a lot of money. So don't tell them what holes they're going to have filled by then. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give them another playmaker. I'm going to give them N'Keal Harry. I think another receiver on the other side.
I feel like that's what they're missing most of the time.
They've got the speed with Hilton, but a big possession guy like that's going to tear it up in the red zone. Now looking at how Eric Ebron's done in the red zone stuff, teams are going to, they're going to try to take him away. And you get a guy like Harry that's, going to have a 43-inch vertical. He's going to be a big-time weapon, and that's what they need. They've been really focused on the offensive line. Yeah. Now let's get into like another playmaker because T.Y. Hilton, he ain't getting any younger. So
he's not getting younger, but he seems to get better.
Yeah.
All right, number 27. We're back to the Oakland Raiders again. They're taking the Chicago Bears pick, I believe, this time.
Yep.
All right, so 27, Oakland Raiders. DeAndre Baker from Georgia. They got Conley. I'm not saying that it's a stardom thing or whatever, but they got him playing on this side. They need another corner. Like you said, they play in a division where every good wide receiver, it feels like, is right there.
Yeah.
They need another corner. I believe, we've not did our positional rankings, but I have DeAndre Baker as my number one corner. And I think that he is the best corner. but he is cocky. He is cocky. So I don't know if Andre Baker has all the abilities you could want to play corner in the NFL, and I feel like that he's going to do it for the Oakland Raiders next season.
Nice. All right, number 28, the LA Chargers. I think their window, it's getting smaller. Philip Rivers, he's getting old, and I think you got to protect him. And a guy who has fallen, this might be a good spot for him, position-wise, but Cody Ford from Oklahoma.
Okay. I like the fit.
I think they solidify that right side. It's always musical chairs there in LA. So I think they protect Philip Rivers, Cody Ford. I think he can play. I think he's a right tackle, but it wouldn't surprise me if you plug him in that right guard as well. But he solidifies your right side, and that's it.
Number 29, the Kansas City Chiefs. Another one. Cornerback, Byron Murphy. The Kansas City Chiefs, I think Kendall Fuller, first of all. Kendall Fuller, you played a hell of a year. You did a great job. Guess what you're missing? Guy on the other side doing the same thing. Byron Murphy is the guy. He has the ball skills. He is going to come up and tackle. I mean, he's it. As long as he stays, I said the same thing about Sidney Jones. Me and you talked about that. As long as Byron Murphy stays healthy, he is the pick for the Kansas City Chiefs at 29, I believe.
And up again, number 30, Green Bay Packers. That's why I had to have it evens. We need, and I've said it for a very long time, the Green Bay Packers, we addressed pass rusher earlier, they need a tight end. They have thrown money, Jared Cook, Jimmy Graham, Martellus Bennett. They just keep throwing this free agency money at these tight ends, and it ain't working. You need
build your own.
Yes. You need to draft a guy. We haven't had a guy like this since Jermichael Finley. But Noah Fant from Iowa. He's not T.J. Hawkinson, which I wish I had got. But
if T.J. Hawkinson falls to 30, my goodness.
Yeah. But we'll get his teammate Noah Fant. He can run. He's going to test through the roof at the combine. It's going to be big for him. He could go a lot higher than this.
Yeah.
He's not as good a blocker as Hawkinson, but he'll get in your way, and he's better than you think. Yeah. And he's going to be a red zone weapon, and it's time that they draft a tight end. And you need playmakers for Aaron Rodgers. And I think this is the time you give him a year, 2 to learn from Jimmy Graham. Yeah. You let him develop his, NFL strength, and I think the potential's there. And no offense, the guy.
I'm really torn to this next one. The Rams, I don't know what they're going to need yet. They got a lot of things going on, I think, this offseason. They made it to the Super Bowl, but they realized how tough it is to win once you get there. It's not about fancy coaching all the time and stuff like that. So just because you score 30 every game doesn't mean you're going to score 30 against the New England Patriots. But I think the LA Rams are going to go defense. And I think they're going to go Mac Wilson. Is that crazy?
No.
I keep wanting to say defensive tackle because I know Sue's going to leave.
No.
But Mac Wilson, he was a heavy hitter for the Bama defense all season, and I feel like they missed that.
He's good in coverage, too.
I think the linebackers stepped up tremendously for the Rams. I really do. But I feel like they want the guy that they know is going to take the next step, and I think they feel like Mac Wilson can do that. Just like you said, he can cover, too. Like, it's not like he's just a come-get-him guy. Like, he can drop back and cover guys. He can run with the best of them. Mac Wilson to the Rams.
I like it. All right, number 32. Unfortunately, again, Super Bowl champs. New England Patriots. So tired of them.
Lucky it wasn't the Eagles.
and you know this is what's going to happen because they're just always lucky into stuff. I'm going to go Jeffrey Simmons.
I like it.
He's a top 10 talent.
Yeah.
And if there's a team that can afford to let a guy sit for a year, it's him. It's the Patriots.
Yeah.
They're just, that guy he's going to be too. This will be a red shirt year, but he's too good. I mean, he's a top 10 guy, and if he didn't have the ACL, it would have been the assault charges from when he was younger. But he's legit, and he's a lot of people compare him. Went to Mississippi State to Fletcher Cox, and Fletcher Cox just he's killing the NFL. So of course a guy like that's going to be a Patriot. So
all right.
It is.
So that is our 32 team mock. But before we leave, before we let this go, all right, for you first, who is one guy that is not in our mock that we just did, not in this mock, that you see they can move up in the first round? Whether it be through the combine, or rumors going, who's a guy that you see that's going to move up in there?
They always want playmakers. I think a guy like Kelvin Harmon that we had talked about in love-hate, the potential to be a number one receiver is there. He comes out to the combine and runs a 4.4.
And that's another guy that New England can end up with out there at 32.
They need a number one receiver. Everyone's always looking for receivers.
Yeah,
that's a guy. I like Devin Bush. I think Devin Bush comes out. He's small, but if he comes out and lights it up at the combine
he's
again,
gonna light it up.
Guys like that can cover and knock your mouthpiece out. Yeah. He could be another guy that sneaks up in there. What about you?
I want to mention the guy that I want the Eagles to pick, of course, but I want to mention a guy who can play flat out. He can cover everywhere, all over the field, and that is Nazir Adderley.
I was really surprised.
I feel like he's got to be mentioned. I feel like there's at least 5 or 6 teams right here, 20 to 32, that he could play safety for day one. Yeah. He's a ball hawk, man, and he's going to go get it. He's going to get after it. He played at Delaware, so he's not coming from some big time school, but
weak safety class, man. He could be the number one guy.
He's the guy.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me a bit if he was on here.
So, anyway, thanks for tuning in. That's our 32 team mock 1.0, because I'm sure we'll be at this again.
Probably have some trades next time.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We got to do that. And, of course, we want to do one mock where, we do what we would do as the GMs, not what they would do. So, I think that will change things tremendously for us. So, anyway, till next time, I'm Justin Tribble. This is Jordan Richardson. Thanks for watching.
Kane is in the building.